Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories: unprecedented tensions between TPLF senior leaders and Getachew Tigray interim president. The two seems to be on a collision course. What is happening there in Tigray? Details for you. Secondly, Eritrea denied today the stories published by several Middle Eastern news outlets about attacks on Israeli military base situated on Eritrean territory. What is Eritrea saying? Before these two news stories, on Saturday, I will have a live chat discussion with you. So I'm inviting all of you to join this live chat session with your questions, with your input. Do join this live chat session. We'll discuss what is happening between Eritrea and Ethiopia, tensions in Tigray, Middle Eastern war, uh, the issue of Red Sea access, etc. Uh, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2 p.m. GMT. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2 p.m. GMT. I'll be live with you to take your questions, to respond to your questions, and to share some updates about the Ethiopia-Eritrea tensions, new tensions in Tigray, Middle Eastern conflict, and general situation in the Horn of Africa. Firstly, was Tigray, unprecedented tensions between TPLF and Tigray interim president Getachew Reda. I've been hinting at these tensions in the past. I did several videos. I said that Getachew, for some TPLF leader, Getachew was an alien. They thought Getachew did not belong. Uh, Getachew always he tried to ensure that he's part of TPLF, he's part of senior leadership of TPLF. He's leading the Tigray interim government now. But people raised questions about his ethnicity, about his close ties with PM Abiy. And Getachew became controversial when Debretsian's proposal was rejected by Abiy. If you remember, after Pretoria deal, Debretsion Gabriel Mikhail held some discussions, TPLF leaders, Debretsion, Manjurino, Varede, Alim Gabriel Wahid, all these people, Getachew, they held discussions and they agreed on a formula about how to form interim government. Opposition parties rejected that formula. Sadkan also raised questions. Debretsion went to meet Abiy. Abiy disagreed with Debretsian's position, with Debretsian's proposal. Debretsion proposed himself as the president for interim period. Abiy wanted a new name. That is why party's central committee held voting. Debretsion distanced himself. He did not take part in the voting. Debretsion camp, Debretsion Elim Gabriel Wahid camp backed Haftat Sion. Getachew managed to secure a victory with a narrow margin and he was elected by the party, nominated by the party as candidate for Tigray interim president, and then PM Abiy appointed Getachew Reda. PM Abiy made appointment of Getachew Reda as Tigray interim head. Since then, some senior TPLF leader, they have been accusing Getachew of being pro-PP, pro-Abiy. And we've been seeing tensions between TPLF and Getachew's Tigray interim government. Getachew has been saying that TPLF and Tigray interim government are two separate entities. Both should not be mixed. And party has no role in running the government, but party has a major role. Opposition parties have also been saying that Tigray government is being run by TPLF, not by Tigray interim government. Now, tensions are very visible because tensions have come in public domain. I did a video, I told you about some zonal officials who have been fired by Getachew. 6 zonal officials have been fired from eastern, western, northern, southern, southeastern zones. Government officials have been fired. They were told to resign. They resigned by Getachew. Why did they resign? Well, the issue is that on a Saturday and Sunday, a meeting is being held in Mekelle, Tigray's capital. Zonal level, cabinet level, city level officials of the government, they've been told to attend the meeting. Who summoned this meeting? Did Getachew call this meeting? He did not. The meeting was called by TPLF. TPLF's president, Getachew Reda, has written a letter. Alim Gabrevahid is obviously behind. He is the man who's in charge of TPLF's office. You can say he's unannounced Secretary General of TPLF. I don't know who the real Secretary General is, but he is the one who's running the affairs. So letters were sent to zones, and zonal administrators informed their colleagues, their subordinates, to join Saturday and Sunday's meeting in Mekelle. Getachew, just a few minutes ago, in audio message, said that no meeting is going to be held. He said meeting government officials would be illegal. No meeting on a Saturday or Sunday. He said people in the areas, different parts of Amhara region, different parts of the region are suffering because of untimely rains and drought. So government officials should be in their areas and work for people. Harvest is to be collected. After collection of harvest, maybe meeting could be held, but no meeting on Saturday and Sunday. Getachew is saying no meeting. TPLF requested the meeting. TPLF called the meeting. Why did Getachew fire the 6 officials? Getachew fired those 6 officials who propagated, who spread the meeting notice, getting information to other subordinates and officials in the 6 regions. That is why they've been fired. We are now seeing a clear division within TPLF. On one hand, on one side, there is Getachew Reda, Sadkan with him. On the other side, there is Debratsion, Munjarino, Alim Gabrevahid, and several others. Where is TDF? Tigray is a military can change or it can upset the balance, you can say. Is military with Getachew or with TPLF? That remains to be seen. I think Sadkan is with Getachew. Maybe some others could be with TPLF. Let's not make guesses. But TPLF's now future, or you can say its strength, now depends upon the role of TDF. If TDF channels have decided to sideline TPLF, it means they're not very bright days ahead for TPLF. If channels are supportive of TPLF, then Getachew will have to step back. I think we're going to see some changes, some big changes in Tigray politically. Getachew's government has decided to take on Alim Gabrevahid-led TPLF leaders. If leaders obviously won't sit idle, they'll hit back. Secondly, Eritrea has denied allegations that Israel has a military base on Eritrean territory and an attack was carried out there. I read a video a few hours ago. The video was based on news stories published by several Arab news outlets. The news outlets claim that 2 attacks have been carried out on Israeli military base in Eritrea on Dahlak Island, which is an archipelago in the Red Sea. Eritrea denies. Yamane Gebremeskel, the information minister of Eritrea, has published a statement. He says that Beirut, Lebanon-based Al-Mayadeen TV has claimed that Israeli military base in Eritrea has been attacked. He said it's blatant disinformation. These news outlets and others, they have been accusing in the past that Iranian and Houthi military bases were operating on Eritrean territories. So once again, these intelligence operatives are spreading false information. No attacks. He did not say no attack. He did not say no military base. I think he should have clearly said there is no Israeli military base in Eritrea. So there is no question of attack on the base. But he tries to beat about the bush. Now, Eritrea never acknowledged that UAE had a military base in Eritrea. But everyone knew that UAE was operating from Eritrea. UAE had its jets, its military assets deployed to us. Several neutral observers, they did several pieces, recent pieces, saying that, and I think some evidence was there too in terms of movement of planes too, that UAE was using military base in Eritrea. Now here too, if Israel has a military base in Eritrea, do you expect Eritrea to confirm? Eritrea will never confirm. It will never accept such reports. It will always say that there is no base. So such bases always operate secretly. It's not Djibouti. Djibouti is hosting everyone publicly. But in other countries, mostly, when foreign bases operate, this operation is discreet. Governments don't acknowledge that. It happened in Pakistan too, by the way. Americans have been operating here, but government did not confirm. Government never acknowledged that Americans are operating here. So it happens across the world, especially in and near conflict areas, that when foreign forces establish military bases, host countries don't acknowledge publicly the presence of the bases on their territories. But since Yemeni is saying that it is blatant disinformation, so let's wait for more evidence about the presence of Israeli military on Dahlak Island, though it's not a new development, by the way. For years, reported Israeli military has been based there. But let's wait for more evidence. Thank you for watching.